she would never see her parents again. Mary started to weep because she could not do it again. The king told her if she could do more, she'll make her his queen. Out of a sudden, the little man reappeared. What will you give me this time? I have nothing left to give you. Then promise me to give your first child after you have become the queen. Mary knew she was just a poor farmer's daughter. She believed she would never become the queen. Therefore, she made the promise, and the little man started to spin the straw. The next day, the king was amazed to see more gold. The king was very happy and married her that very day. She did not ask her to spin any more. A year has passed. Mary brought a beautiful baby boy into the world. She had forgotten all her promise to the little man until one day, the little man reappeared and claimed for the baby. She had forgotten all her promise to the little man until one day, the little man reappeared and claimed for the baby. Mary did not want to send her child away. She offered everything she had if only she could break her promise. She was begging and started crying. Very well then, you know how much I hate crying. I'll return 3 days in a row. If by the end of those 3 days you can tell my name, you may keep the child. On the first and second day, Mary gave him many names, but none of them was right. Later, she sent a messenger to give her more new and strange names. Unfortunately, the messenger could not figure out any names, but he told her he saw something strange as he was passing by a small house on a high hill. What did you see? She asked. I saw an old little man with a long gray beard dancing around the fire. He was singing, as a bird has a wing, as a fish has a fin, she will never know. I am named Rumpelstiltskin. Mary was overjoyed after hearing that. She thanked gratefully to the messenger and sent him away with a pouch of gold coins. That night, the little man reappeared. Mary was pretending at first. Is your name Smith? No. Is it Jones? It is not. Then slowly she said, Rumpelstiltskin? The little man was shocked and screamed, how could you know my name? Who could have told you? Out of a sudden, Rumpelstiltskin disappeared. Well, friends, do remember that we can't simply make a promise to anyone if you are not sure about it. Thank you.
Lepas minum you ulang. You ulang tempat mana lah? You ulang that place. The little man appeared and claimed for the baby. Mary did not want to give a child.
Good morning to the honorable judges, esteemed timekeepers, and beloved teachers. I stand before you today to tell you a story called Rumpelstiltskin.
What? Ulang 2 kali. Okay, stop.
Very well then, you know how much I hate crying. I'll return 3 days in a row.
A year past, stop. A year past, stop.
She believed she would never become a queen. Therefore, she made the promise, and the little man started to spin the straw. The next day, the king was amazed to see more gold. The king was very happy and marry her that very day. She
After a
did not
long week
ask her
holiday,
to
you see.
speak anymore. A year has passed.
Yeah.
Mary brought a beautiful baby boy into the world. She had forgotten all her promise to the little man until one day the little man reappeared and claimed for the baby. She had forgotten all her promise to the little man until one day
Jaga.
the man reappeared.
Lagi sekali.
Why after one week holiday? Esok. Hari bulan apa? Liver still can send.
Esok boleh?
7 mesti hantar. Nak teruskan? Can teruskan tak? What happened today, ha? Ha? Gak?
Director datang kursi dah. Esok lah kasih Chan.
Ha? Esok ha?
Okay?
Esok morning lah.
Kasih dia relax dulu. Tak.
Esok relax first. Cannot. Because
Okay? Kita press dia pun.
The front don't too slow. The front have to go fast.
Tapi esok saya tak ada masa. Saya kasih Miss Siap equipment.
Mana ikut saya pusing sini, pusing sana.
Sikit-sikit
Ataupun
je.
bawa pergi ke tempat you.
Bising. Sini paling senyap.
Sepanjang hari tak ada ke? Tengah hari.
Lokman tak ada. Tengah hari boleh kot.
Pukul 12 lah.
Ha, 12.
Sama pukul 12 was free.
Budak balik
Ah. Okay.
Sebab dia seorang je kan.